Good afternoon and welcome back to the Perkins Garage's YouTube channel. This is a walk around video for a very lovely magnetic grey Ford Mondeo Vignale. But before we do get started, if you do enjoy our content, hit the subscribe button. If you do like the video, you got it, hit the like button. And any questions and comments, leave them in the comment section below. So, where was we? Magnetic grey Ford Mondeo Vignale. This is a self-charging hybrid. So if you were in the market for a hybrid vehicle but don't want all the faff of plugging it in, wait for things to charge, and just want to achieve some good MPG whilst being kind to the birds and the trees and the bees, a self-charging could be the option for you. So this features a 2-litre petrol engine, which is naturally aspirated, twin-gear electric motor. This produces 186 PS of power, and that is then transmitted through an automatic gearbox. We are registered on a 2022 registration, so we'll be taking Ford warranty with us until March 2025. The vehicle itself is on just under 8,000 miles, but like always, we'll get the exact number once we're on the dash in a moment. So, let me take the time to walk you around this lovely magnetic grey Mondeo in the glorious May sunshine. And look how the paint sparkles in this lovely sun. So, we're going to wake the vehicle up using the key, and that will show us the daytime running lamps. So the bit that appears to be flashing on your video currently, simply because the frequency in which my camera records at, is a daytime running lamp. And as you can see, even in the brightest of conditions, they are still perfectly visible. So they are twinned with the LED adaptive headlights, and just below we have the LED front fog lights, and we have front parking sensors which trail all the way around that front lip. As we're coming round, actually in the bumper there where my shadow is, there's a front-facing radar, and that's responsible for a lot of the driver assistance pack. We'll cover that in a second. Moving away around now, we can see these glorious alloy wheels. Look how pretty they look. So they are the 10-spoke design, and they are 19 inches in diameter. And those you can see it, you've got the silver painted brake caliper just behind, but they're like a charcoaly grey. They're almost the same as the magnetic actually. They do go very nicely indeed. So before we progress around the body, we're just going to look into the windscreen. Please excuse the pollen that's just fallen from the trees. It's that time of year. Just there is a sensor that is responsible for the automated lights. So when it gets dark, the lights come on. Up there we have one for traffic sign recognition. We have one for the automated wipers, and we have one for auto headlights. Also, full of tech this one, full of tech. So we have Vignale badging on the offside wing there. And as we progress around, we're going to show you a bit more spec. So if you come to the driver's door handle now, we're going to lock the vehicle, and I'm just going to go to half zoom so you can see what I'm talking about. Here we see the 4 lines on the door handle there. That signifies we have keyless entry. So with the key in your pocket, you can simply tap behind the door handle, and that will unlock the vehicle. And when you want to lock it, tap on the lines, and that locks the vehicle. Worth noting, we have power folding and heated door mirrors. And as part of the driver assistance pack, we have blind spot assist monitors in both of the wing mirrors. So where you see the little icon there, that will appear with a little orange LED to let you know it's unsafe to pull in or out. As we're progressing around the vehicle, we have rear privacy glass that trails all the way around the rear windows. It's not only the driver's door that has the keyless, it's all 4 doors as well, so you can lock it and unlock it at your convenience. So maybe you're putting the kids in the back, for example. It's nice and easy, no fumbling around to get the keys out of your handbag or your pocket or wherever you might keep them. So now at the back of the Mondeo, what we're going to do is we're going to work our way from the top of the vehicle all the way back down to the bottom, showing you just how glorious the bodywork and all the panels are. I'm a big fan of Mondeo. I think it's a fantastic vehicle and it offers a lot of capabilities. So now we've done the body, and we're going to use the sun to our advantage, all wrap round and do the offside rear wheel, which also look awesome. Coming round the rear of the vehicle, we have rear parking sensors, and they're complemented beautifully with a rear vision camera. We'll check the boot out in a second, but before we do that, we're going to come round and just do the near side of the vehicle. So coming again from the top all the way down to the bottom. We'll pan it round so you can see the near side rear wheel, and we'll follow that all the way to the near side front wheel. And as you can see, I've done 8,000 miles of work. Those tyres have got plenty of life on them yet. Okie dokie. So that's the exterior done. Now we can pop the bonnet, pop the boot even, and open up the rear of the vehicle. Now granted it's very sunny, so trying to get a good view of the boot is quite difficult. So you do lose a little bit of space at the back, and that is where the battery is kept for the hybrid system. But underneath the liner here you still have a bit of storage and your tyre sealant kit and compressor. But it's still a very generously volume boot. I don't know if I can show you. There we are. So it's still a nice size boot there. Coming round now, we'll look more into the interior. These Vignales are very special inside. They're a lovely place to be. So we have the uprated Vignale interior. So that is a really lovely soft touch leather with white stitching and white detailing all the way around. And that replicates again on the seats there. So it's a perforated leather, so it's got tiny little holes in it, making a nice breathable material. And again, we've got the white detailing around the outside. The two end seats in the rear here are ISO fixing seats, so you can clip the kiddie seats in, not a problem whatsoever. Obviously you've got a third temporary seat in the middle, which does fold up to be a cup holder and a little area for storage. These two rear seats are also heated, would you believe? So you've got heated rear seats, rear air conditioning, and a little socket down there to keep things nicely charged. Mats also included in here, so we don't have to worry about that later. Looking inside the front of this lovely Vignale now, we are looking at the driver's door card. 4 electric windows, mirror controls, and interior locking is found next to the door handle. This one also does have the 3-way memory function next to the interior locking. That brings me on lovely to talk about the driver's seat. Now these seats are rather special. These are not only heated seats, not only electrically controlled seats with memory function, they've also got air conditioning, so you can get a nice cool breeze through your back and your bottom. So if you do suffer with a hot bum, you wouldn't be the only one. I do as well. Nice cool breeze in the summer months, lovely. So these seats, hold on, are a 1, a 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 with lumbar support, 7, 8, and you've got your massaging function there. Well, let's talk about that in a second. I'm just going to jump inside the vehicle. You're going to hear a bit of distortion on the microphone, so just sit pretty for a second. Now we're inside the Mondeo, let's wake it up. So, automatic vehicle, so you put your foot on the brake, the light goes green, click the engine start stop, and that gives us power. I must have knocked the wipers, there we go, let's turn them off. We've got the lovely SONY sound system in here, so I thought I'd just give you a little bit of a taster of that. Incredible sound system. That is also the SONY premium audio system. Right, anyway, let's turn all the blowers off so you can actually hear me for a minute. There we are, marvellous. Okay, right, so sorry about me lack of camera skills there. Let's digest the driver display. So we're divided into 2 halves. The left hand is corresponding to these arrows on the left hand side of the steering wheel, and the right hand is corresponding to the arrows on the right hand side of the steering wheel. So first let's begin with the left hand. So if we just zoom in slightly, this is where all of your driver information is going to be. So as you can see now, we're currently on a trip computer. You can come down out of that into trip 2. We have a digital speedo. We have the engage, so that shows you a bit of the hybrid chart if you like. Engine power, we've got my view on there as well. Live tyre pressures, and back to your trip computers. You can come out of here, go into information, and we've got all of your different alerts and things like that in there, and we have obviously your settings in there as well. But whilst I'm here, I would like to show you the driver assistance. So I mentioned this once we're outside. So the driver assistance software on this vehicle is traction control, local hazard information, blind spot assist, cross traffic, got cruise control, driver alert, lane keeping system, pre-collision assist, and traffic sign recognition, speed limiter, tyre monitor, and we're back to the top of the menu. So tons and tons and tons of driver assistance software on board this vehicle. Okay, just to the right of that is obviously a digital fuel gauge. In the middle we have the speedo with the gear selector indicator at the bottom of the screen. The right hand side is going to be where all your media and entertainment is. So you've got all your songs, your phone, your navigation, you've got your fuel economy in there as well, and again that's all used on the right hand side of the steering wheel. At the bottom of that you can see your compass, you've got your distance to empty, and you've also got the temperature, and yes, I can change that back to Celsius. So that's a little bit about the driver display. You can see again we're using the arrows on either side of the wheel. The bottom left is where you'll find your cruise control, so that is the adaptive cruise control in this vehicle, so you can adjust the distance to the vehicle in front of you whilst maintaining your speed also. To the right hand side is where you're going to find all of your media controls, so that's previous and next song, we have a voice command, we have a mute button, and we also have a volume rocker. So that's the steering wheel. Now whilst we're talking about the voice control, let's talk about the sync module over here. So this is the Sync 3.4 module, because we've got the dark blue band at the bottom, so that is the uprated software. So that is divided into audio, climate, phone, navigation, apps and settings. So this is your home page fundamentally, so you get a brief glimpse of the navigation, radio station, phone connectivity, and your heated steering wheel is turned on and off just there. For example, if we're going to climate, this vehicle has dual zone climate control, so both sides of the cabin can be set to individual temperatures. Perfect on a day like today, and if you had a cold passenger, you can keep them nice and warm, whilst keeping yourself nice and cool. So that's the climate screen, but also we do have the physical buttons down there as well. If you go into audio, you have all your standard audio sources, your AM, FM, DAB, CD, that's a CD player just there, so crack out the old CD albums and have yourself a party. Come out there once more, back into your home page. This screen is supportive of Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, so whichever software you have on your phone, plug it in using the USB data cable, just down there, and mirror your phone onto the screen. For me, that makes advantages of software such as Siri or Google Assistant on your mobile telephone. So when you're driving around, you can use your voice command button and never have to touch your phone ever again. How exciting is that? So if we select south of the screen, oh no Dan, we've got tons more to talk about. Rear vision camera, proximity sensor for the parking sensors on the top right hand side of the screen. We have a button down here for the forward active park assist, so yes, this will quite literally park itself, so it can go parallel park out. We have a perpendicular park, and we also have a parallel park, so it's lovely technology. So if you do struggle with your parking, I'm not going to hold it against you. Let's get a vehicle that can park for you. Job done, nice and easy. So that's also on the screen there as well. Back to square one, so didn't want to forget about that. Anyway, so all these are all your heating, ventilation and air conditioning controls. Like I mentioned earlier, we have your air conditioning seats and your heated seats, so whether you want a cool breeze or a warm breeze, they are three-way leveled as well. As you can tell, I am taking advantage and having a nice cool breeze up in my area. So yes, we have all the vents on the left hand side, and we have all of the other vents on the right hand side, such as your electronically heated front screen, recirculation, master on and off, and you've got your fan speed and temperatures at the bottom. And this little cubby hole down here is 2 USBs and a 12-volt socket, so keep your devices nicely charged up. This is the automatic gear selector, and obviously you can see all the gear positionings down the left hand side, electronic handbrake, and on the left hand side is where you have your forward self park button, your eco, and also your parking sensors on and off. It's worth noting, in here we have a nice cubby hole, which is a nice large section, and also we have USBs in there as well. So that's about that. So I'm not going to leave you without talking about how I'm being massaged currently. So let me just go on to here, so where you can see your seat settings. So here, there we go. So you can adjust all your seat from here if you'd like, so you can pull in the sides, you can pull in the base, you can firm it all up in the areas you need firming up, but you guessed it, we have massage at the top. So click massage, obviously choose what seat you're on, and you can go for a high, low massage as you're going along. Yeah, that's we can do the in bits as well. Yeah, so this is where you'll find me for the next half an hour. Thank you very much for watching this video. If you did have any questions, like always, give us a call, 01376 550 899. That is wonderful. Subscribe if you like our videos, and like and comment and everything in between. Thanks for watching. Goodbye for now.